Good morning. It's Hawaii Day. I don't even really know what day it is anymore. I want to say that it's 5. Anyhow, a lot has transpired since we ended the video yesterday. We were planning out what we were doing today in the North Shore. We're going to the North Shore. And we were planning out our schedules, and we were going to go to the Polynesian Cultural Center. However, Amy realized that they are closed on Wednesdays. We were originally supposed to go last Friday, and the flight had canceled it, and we had to move it. And we didn't really look at their hours of operation. We just, we knew we were going to the North Shore on Wednesday. That was as close as we were going to get to it, so we just moved it to Wednesday without even really looking. And yeah, unfortunately, it's closed today, but we already purchased tickets. And Amy didn't want to have a whole day gone on Thursday, our last full day here. We'd just miss out on being gone for a full day on our final day. And I understand that. So we made some shuffling around here this morning to do the best that we can. We're still going to go to the North Shore today, but we are only going to go there for the morning. And then we're going to eat lunch and come back. And then we'll be in the pool here all afternoon and the evening. And then tomorrow we're going to have a pool in the morning, and because the Polynesian Cultural Center doesn't even open until 12 or 12:30, we're going to go there in the afternoon. So we unfortunately have to leave the resort 2 days, which wasn't in our initial plans, but it should all still work out. Now, because we are actually leaving the resort today, we do have to go back to the entrance to the resort, and we are going to have to pick up our vehicle with valet. So we just hand our ticket to one of the cast members right here at the entrance, and they will bring our car up, similar to that car that you see in front. We've arrived up here at Haleiwa town, which is like the quintessential North Shore town for food and shopping. And we came up here to walk around and things. We're here at 8:45. A lot of the first shops don't start to open until 9. And the reason we came up here early was because we were concerned about parking. As I'm looking around, there are a lot of different parking spots. There's also 3 different locations that you can park, 3 different sets of stores throughout Haleiwa that have shopping areas. So we've come up here, again, 8:45. There's plenty of parking around, but a large majority of the stores are not open. Maybe 25 to 30% of them open at 9 o'clock here in just a little bit. But another 20 to 35% of them don't open until 10 o'clock. And then there's a couple of them, primarily the food places, that don't even open till 11. So being here at 8:45, I feel like we're a little too early. We could sit in the car for 15 minutes and go check out a few of the shops. But I think what we're going to go do is possibly drive up to Laniakea Beach. It's Turtle Beach is what a lot of people will often call it. I think it's also a little too early to look for turtles. We're just in this middle ground spot right now where if you don't show up to these places until afternoon, then I feel like there's a big struggle for parking. I remember that being an issue. It's why we didn't do it last time. We drove through here. We saw all of the parking, it was all filled up, and then we just decided not to do it and just kept driving. But I don't know that I want to sit here for an hour and 15 minutes, so maybe we'll just go to the beach even if there's no turtles. And here we are. We decided to come up to Laniakea Beach. This is a parking lot that's not visible on Google Maps if you're on the regular Google Maps, but if you switch over to Google Earth satellite view, you'll see this parking lot. And so there's hardly anybody parked here right now. There are people here, but there's lots of open spots at the moment. But the beach is just on the other side here, so we need to cross the road and go down in that way. Of course, we know we're way too early in the day to even really have a shot at seeing any turtles. I feel like I read that they're mostly out here. I don't remember the exact times, but I want to say between 11 and 1 or around 1 o'clock. And definitely a little too early here at 8:55 in the morning. But it's a beautiful beach nonetheless. Absolutely gorgeous here. There are a couple of people down here. And there's even somebody out there on a boogie board or a surfboard or something there in the water. So beautiful, beautiful.
couple of people over here off to the left on the beach as well. So we're not the only people here, but we came down here last time, didn't see any turtles. Again, didn't necessarily expect to see one today. Just filling some time until the shops open up. And we actually did see a turtle. A guy just pointed him out to us. We didn't even notice him. He just blended right in with the rocks there. We're gonna keep our respectable distance though. I know that you need to keep away from them and not bother them. And so I don't know if we are at the appropriate distance, but we'll keep an eye, keep over here. It's the only one that I see up here though. He's really big, a lot bigger than I expected actually. But we did get to see a turtle. So there is a lady over here right now who is wearing a Oahu Guardian shirt. It's somebody who is here to protect the turtles and make sure that the turtles are respected and a good distance is kept from them when they're on the beach. She said she didn't even see him. She's been walking around looking, and the surfer pointed him out. So she's going to go get some ropes and rope off a section around him again, so that people will keep a distance. She did say that their markings on their face are basically like fingerprints, and so she's able to tell which turtle it is just by looking at the scales and the markings on their face. She said that based on the fact that his shell is white, he has been on the beach for quite a while. He's dried out and all that sort of thing. He's sleeping. We did see him moving a little bit, but he definitely is not like freshly crawled out of the ocean. Amy said Benjamin drew this turtle in the sand because he saw the turtle. So that's his little sand turtle. The Oahu Guardian also just pointed out to us that you see this pathway right here. This pathway is indication that a turtle has recently been through here, and then right up there it flopped around a little bit, and then she said probably went back into the ocean. Relatively recently, she said, so not sure, we might have just missed it, don't know, but at least we got to see the one turtle that is right over there by the rocks. So I guess a good way to tell if there's a turtle on the beach already is to look for like ropes and signs around here. That way, that's means that a Oahu Guardian has already spotted a turtle and has already set up a barrier. So if you see one of those barriers, there's definitely a turtle on the beach already. Well, that was well worth a little detour. I'm glad we came up and did that. We weren't really sure if we were even going to do Laniakea Beach this year because last year the parking situation. So by the way, if you can't park in this parking lot, there's like basically curb street parking. It's not really curb, it's just like grass wilderness parking all the way down the road, and you just walk up here. But the parking is pretty precarious pretty much I guess everywhere in the North Shore, and yeah, we weren't really sure if we were going to come up here, but this was the perfect opportunity, and I'm glad it panned out and we got to see a turtle this time. Now, right now it is 9:25 and we are in the parking lot area for Matsumoto Shave Ice. They don't open till 10, but we're hoping some of the other stores here. This is called the Haleiwa store lots, and there's a whole bunch of stores in this area. We're hoping some of them are open, but I'm going to document parking just like I documented like the beach chairs at the pool yesterday, just because I want you and myself, when I'm looking back for future trips, to be able to look over here and see, hey, this is how much parking there was at 9:25. Now remember, Matsumoto's doesn't open till 10. Some of these other shops probably don't open till 10 as well, but I know that there's a coffee shop up here that's open and Amy wants to go to it, so we're just going to park here now and see what is open, and we'll just hang out in the area. Now here is the directory for the Haleiwa store lots, and I'm just going to pan down through here. You can see that they have a lot of apparel type stores. There's some dining in the bottom left corner and then Shave Ice at the top here. But they have a few other things as well over here that the services we're not really interested in, except for the bottom item restrooms, which we know where they are because they're right here at the parking lot. But this is what's located here, and then here's like a little map of the area as well. They got one of those fun little signs they have at Disneyland that point to all the different directions. They've got the something like this, a Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, that points at all the other Big Thunder Mountain Railroads around the world. But this one just points to different cities and things like, well, countries as well. Brazil, Portugal, Germany, Italy, Japan, the PCH. The PCH is only 2,500 miles away. Over there is Matsumoto Shave Ice, and we're coming over here straight to the right. Island Vintage Coffee. Amy wanted to check this place out because it's open early because it's a coffee shop. Here's a look at the menu at Island Vintage Coffee. They have some chocolate coffee-free options in the bottom left there. I think I'm going to go with the frozen lava chocolate. And then over here, it's got a ton more coffee options. Tea as well in there in the middle. And then some more items off to the right. Looks like some smoothies and milkshakes as well. Well, here's my frozen lava chocolate. My frozen lava chocolate. That's what it's called. And this is a non-coffee beverage, so of course it's probably the closest thing they're gonna have here to a double chocolatey chip frappuccino from Starbucks. And then Amy, what did you order?
I got the island latte.
The island latte, okay.
It's their most popular latte.
Most popular latte. You'll have to let us know how it is. Hi.
Hi.
So I just finished up my frozen lava chocolate, and the best way that I can describe it is it tastes like chocolate soft serve in like a frappuccino sort of form.
So it doesn't taste like hot chocolate. It tastes
it tastes like
kind of like a Wendy's Frosty.
It tastes like a Wendy's Frosty or a chocolate soft serve. I mean, actually a Wendy's Frosty is probably the closest thing to it, simply because that's the consistency of a Frosty. Yeah. But I feel like it was more along the lines of chocolate soft serve ice cream in flavor.
Interesting.
But it was good.
Good.
Yeah, it was good.
My coffee was really good.
You liked yours?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it because it was like a mac nut latte with a hint of coconut, which are like two things I usually don't get. However, it was really good. So I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah, so definitely check this place out. Both coffee and non-coffee options are pretty tasty.
And they had breakfast items there too. That
they did.
A lot of people were actually ordering like.
There were bagels. There were some like breads.
And you could order meals too.
Oh yeah. There were some food items on their menu, but there were some like loaves in there of different types of breads and bagels as well. Here's a quick look at Matsumoto's menu. The starting prices are fairly cheap. Of course, it costs extra to like add vanilla ice cream and things, but still, $3.75 for a small and $4.25 for a large is pretty good. Here's a look at inside their store. Matsumoto's Shave Ice, the most popular shave ice on the North Shore, potentially the most popular shave ice in Hawaii, from what I've heard. And we're here super early, but I've heard they get a really long line later in the day, so that's why we wanted to come right when they open. There's also a pretty sizable gift shop in here as well, though there is a sign that says to please enjoy your shave ice outside. So we'll have to come back in to check out the gift shop after we get our shave ice. This is actually the line already, and it's only like 10:02. So yeah, they're getting a line already. Here is James and Benjamin's Shave Ice. I don't even remember the color combos they got, like pineapple, sour apple,
and
Pina colada.
Pina colada, okay. And I'll let you guess again what I ordered. It's probably no surprise. Have you put in your guesses? Yeah, it's passion orange guava. You're correct. And bonus points if you guessed that there was ice cream underneath, because there is. What did you order?
Mango, pina colada, and
Lilikoi.
Passion
Passion fruit,
it's like no differentiation in colors, really.
So let's rank Matsumoto's after I've had about a quarter of it now. Ice quality, still below Ululani's and Wyola, if you ask me. Theirs are snow texture, and I like the snow texture. This one is still ice crystals, but it's not as hard and compact as Disney's or the one that we had that first day. So I'd put this as third out of the 5 shave ices that we've had for consistency. Flavor-wise, their flavors are really good. I feel like they'd also taste like the most natural flavors out of all the ones that we've had. Well, they still came out of the flavoring squirt bottles. So I don't know exactly how natural they are. I know that the place that we ate at up here last year actually boasted natural flavors, so I don't know if Matsumoto's does, but this one at least tastes the most natural out of all the ones that we've had so far. And I still think Ululani's is best overall in terms of flavor and texture, but Matsumoto's is the cheapest out of all the ones that we went to. So overall, if you had to rank the costability, the flavoring, and the ice texture, I probably would put Matsumoto's either at number 1 or number 2, just for everything considered. However, I'm gonna have a hard time topping Ululani's. It really was my favorite so far. It just was $27 for the 3 of ours, and this was $15, so it's nearly half the cost. What are your thoughts on the shave ice?
That was pretty good. I feel like it's melting a little faster than some of the ones. At least mine looks like a soupy mess now. But yeah, the flavor's good, like you said. And yeah, I can't beat that price because, you know, you could get probably all the toppings and it's maybe $6, which is really not too bad.
Once we finish up with our shave ice, we're going to check out all these different stores that are around here. We noticed that all of their doors are open now, and so all these places are open and we can go check out some of the gift shops and do some shopping and things like that. This is only one of 3 of these like marketplace store lots throughout the area, so we could either walk to them or just drive to the different lots, but different places to check out, and that's what we're going to do here today up in Haleiwa. I'm probably not going to film checking out all these stores because I don't know why I would necessarily, but just to give you like an idea of our plans, we're just going to look around the stores for maybe an hour and a half or so, or until we get bored, and then we are going to eat lunch at probably Big Wave Shrimp Truck. We didn't do Giovanni's, that's the most popular one, but we found Big Wave by accident last time because Giovanni's was too popular. And we just fell in love with Big Wave, and I'm hoping that the parking situation is similar to last time where we didn't have trouble getting parking for Big Wave. And so we'll eat there, and then after that we'll probably head back to Aulani to let the kids go in the pool for the afternoon and evening. We may stop at the Dole Plantation on the way back as well. It's just going to be dependent on parking. I remember, again, the parking being crazy busy there as well. Just when we left the last time we were here, there was like 15 cars circling the parking lot looking for anyone willing to leave so that they could park. And I don't want to deal with that, okay? Like, that's too much stress for me on this stress-free vacation. So I will do the loop around the parking lot once, and if there is no open parking spots, we're just going to leave. Okay, apparently I lied. We are going to show you some store stuff. Because Amy found
A turtle.
the cutest little turtle thing. And there's more over here. I actually really like this one. Back in Matsumoto's now. Check out all the different Matsumoto t-shirts you can get. They've got tons of different stuff. Tons of Matsumoto designs. They're all in about the $30 range by the looks of it. Some of them are cheaper though. So a lot of the places that we're just passing as we're walking by here are some like stores that look like they're straight out of houses, or some established food trucks and things like that. And there's more on the other side too. Both sides of the street have different shops and different food trucks. There's also things like general stores like this, but this one says closed. Probably at least currently, because there's plenty of merchandise inside, so it's not like it's something that's, you know, permanently closed. But we're just walking down the street here. We're working our way towards Big Wave Shrimp Truck. We're not going to drive down there. I think we're just going to walk this whole strip, see what's here. North Shore Marketplace is coming up here on the left. That's another one of those like those 3 different lots that I told you about that have a whole string of stores. And so there's more over there that we could cross the road and go see. Looks like we've got the Aina farm stand. I probably pronounced that wrong, but another food location, just again as we're walking down here. This is a very small town. There's really just this main road, and so there's not really like a whole lot to get lost in. You just walk up this main road, and there's lots of people walking around. We saw, not at the moment, but we've passed tons of people walking as well, so pretty common place just to walk through here too. The boys didn't want to walk all the way down to Big Wave in the end, so we're going through the North Shore Marketplace right now, walking through these shops, and then we'll go back to the car and we'll just drive down to Big Wave. No problem. And one of these stores that actually is a Shave Ice location, they also have some merchandise too, and I found some hats. And this hat really stuck out to me. Maybe I'll consider getting this one. I said I was in the market for a hat, and this one says, "Hi, hello, hi." I know, H-I Hawaii, but I just think it's fun. It's like I'm saying hi as I'm walking by. It's a $25 hat, and it does have a Velcro back here. So I did end up buying that hat, and here it is. Amy bought that little stone turtle that we showed you earlier, and the kids just bought some keychains. So everybody bought something from the North Shore today, and now we're gonna head back to the car and go down and get some lunch. 11:17 in the morning, and I just wanted to give you an update. There is no line at Matsumoto's. They do have signs out here that like say that, you know, if you're at this point, it's about a 15 to 20 minute wait. So clearly they're expecting long lines and things, but it's also Wednesday, I believe, Wednesday. I don't remember the exact date, but it's the Wednesday after Memorial Day. And at 11:15 in the morning, there is no line for Matsumoto's. There's still plenty of people here. Plenty of people have gotten shave ice. I just mean there is no like queue built up. So, you know, you don't have to be here right at 10. Also, at about 11:20 in the morning, here is an update on the parking lot situation. A lot more cars here than there were, you know, whenever we first got here. But still plenty of open car spots at the same time. Not like a crazy ton of open car spots, but still, I would say at least a good more 10 spots left at 11:20. So there's still room up here if you are trying to figure out the best time to arrive. And for lunch, we are back at Big Wave, one of our favorite places that we tried the last time that we were here in Hawaii. I know a lot of you mentioned that you saw us mention it, and you came and gave it a try and loved it as well. Big Wave Shrimp Truck is on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Diners, Dives, and Drive-Ins with Guy Fieri. And we just stumbled upon it on accident. We meant to go to Giovanni's last time, but Giovanni's parking lot was full, so we ended up over here. They will only let you park over here in this parking lot if you are going to be eating at one of the 5 food locations in this area, so you cannot go across to Giovanni's and park here. So that's how we ended up at Big Wave, and we loved it. And here is my peeled garlic shrimp. That's one of the other reasons I love coming to Big Wave, is that they offer peeled. Not that it's hard to peel them or anything, but I do like that it's already peeled. Apparently it comes with a side salad. I don't remember it coming with a side salad before, but it must have. And then Amy got the same thing I did, except for hers are unpeeled. So hers is a little bit cheaper because she has to do the manual labor of actually peeling them. And then over here, the kids are splitting a garlic shrimp peeled and half steak plate. And they said that you can make whatever combo you want. So just tell them what you want and they're able to make it for you. James loves his steak and I think Benjamin wants the shrimp. So that's these plates are huge, by the way, very large. I am not sure how much these items cost. I believe it was somewhere in the $16 to $18 a plate range. With tax, before we got some waters, it was $60. And the waters were actually only $1.50 for a water bottle. They were Costco Kirkland water bottles, so they were pretty affordable. I only got 2 at first, actually 3. I think I got 3 at first. You figuring we'd share the 3 between all 4 of us. And then when I saw they were $1.50, I was like, might as well get 4. I just have come to expect the water bottles are like $5 at a lot of places. And so it was nice to see, nice and refreshing to see some selling them at affordable rates. But the whole meal overall, still for 3 plates, $65, including the waters, is a bit pricey, but oh, so delicious. Very good, very worth it, in my opinion. Is it good?
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Everything you remembered?
Yes, I love garlic shrimp. It's like, yes, there's other restaurants around here, but if you're on the North Shore, it's like, why go to a restaurant when you can get tons of shrimp trucks? We passed how many food trucks just like driving down the little strip. So we all have different things. So yes, get garlic shrimp when you're in the North Shore.
We watched tons of videos, read tons of articles before coming, and even though we've been here before, and it feels like all the good food in Hawaii is in the North Shore. Even with all the good options that are up here, we still went to Big Wave. There are so many other things we could have tried. We did try Matsumoto's for the first time this time, and we also went to that Island Vintage Coffee. So we did try a couple of other places, not food, drinks, but I guess the Matsumoto's can be considered food because I had ice cream in mine. But for the kids, theirs is basically just a drink because it was ice and it melted and turned into slush in the end. After lunch, we did end up swinging down to the Dole Plantation, and as expected, pretty much every single parking lot spot was full here. On our way out of the last extension parking area that was completely full, we passed a parking attendant and we asked where to park, and she told us just to start lining up here alongside the trees. And so that's what we did, and now we're starting a line of people parking alongside the trees. So that's good to know that they allow you to start parking alongside the trees if there's no parking spots. But this is a very popular place, and they do tend to have very short on parking spots here. Over to the right here, you can purchase tickets. I think this is tickets specifically for the maze. We were not wowed by the maze last time, so we're not going to do it now either. I think we're mostly interested in seeing how long the line is for the train, and if it's not too terribly long, we'll consider doing it. If it's really long, then we'll probably just go into the gift shop, maybe consider a Dole Whip, and that'll be it for our quick stop here at the Dole Plantation. This is the line for the train. Amy just went up and said it was $15 a person. They have this sign here that says skip the line, early boarding, priority entrance, front cab seating, and we scan the QR code and it's about $100 for our family of 4 to do that. So it's an extra $40 for that, but I don't know how long the wait actually is right this minute. It does not appear to be that long of a line, so we might just wait right here and do the normal one. Well, here we go. We got our Pineapple Express train tickets, and about $60. They said there was no wait, and we're coming straight to the Pineapple Express. There's a train there currently. I don't know if we're going to make this one just yet, but it says the train departs every 15 to 20 minutes. So if we don't make this one just because it pulls away before we even get a chance to board, because I don't know how long it's been here, then it'll be 15 minutes, but that's not bad. Like the last time that we did this, we showed up right when it opened, and this whole switchback was completely full. The line was out of this building all the way back, so definitely looking better this time than that time. It does seem unlikely that we are going to make this train, so it'll probably be the next one, just because this one's already pretty much completely full here. When the next train arrived, we noticed that the whole front car of the vehicle was full already, and that was probably the express people, so they picked those people up at a separate location.
The narrated train ride will take you through a working plantation. Along the way, you'll learn about pineapple, sugarcane, cacao, coffee, and other agricultural products. Bromeliads, native species, hibiscus, and other late flowers. For an enhanced experience, download our free app on your mobile phone to hear interesting stories on Hawaiian heritage.
That thing has seen better days.
Let's give it our size and shell color and carefully access the boxes. By the way, storing keep on, and if you're interested in learning about the source for some of the best and rarest chocolates in the world. On New Year's Eve, get ready for some fireworks. Islanders love to ring in the new year by popping fireworks, which in some ancient cultures is...
Well, that was a fun little, ride around. It's not got a whole lot to look at. You pretty much saw what it had on the screen. It was a nice little afternoon break to be able to break up the day. Otherwise, again, we're not super duper wowed and impressed with what they have to do here at the Dole Plantation, but we are going to pop in the gift shop. We do really like to go in there, and of course they have decent food. It's all going to depend on the line whether or not we get anything though. So it does appear to be still fairly busy inside at the food locations. But this is what we wanted. 3D pineapple gummies. Price here is $8.95, and Amy said that these are cheaper than they are at Aulani, so we're gonna grab a couple of bags to take home with us. Whoa! Whoa, what is this? 3D gummy pineapple covered in chocolate. Oh. Okay, we're getting one of these too. So the train was a bonus. The pineapple gummies were the real score here, the reason that we came to the Dole Plantation, because Amy said that she'd been looking at those pineapple gummies pretty much every place we'd gone to today, and they were $20 a bag. So for $9 a bag, score. And I've just walked by 10 to 15 open spots now. So there's plenty of parking now. Well, now we are back at Aulani, and Amy and the kids wanted to come over to get some Mickey water, which is what they call the flavored water here. And Benjamin noticed this hidden Mickey on the side. And then there's a hidden Minnie over here.
And a hidden Mickey.
Ooh, a hidden Minnie. And then we got another hidden Mickey. And another hidden Minnie. Oh, that's super cool. This lobby will never not be stunning. It's just amazing. I'm gonna walk straight just because I can. Just because I want to. Just because this little... Is this a lanai? Is this what you would call it? A lanai? Like a patio? This little area is always gorgeous. Always gorgeous. Wonder how the pool is today. It's a Wednesday. We're gonna go find out. We're gonna get dressed and go to the pool. But before then, I need to have a confession to make. I was a bad vlogger. Yeah, we cracked into those chocolate-covered pineapple gummies when we were in the car, and I did not film eating it. But let me try to recreate my reaction. Oh, man.
So good.
How can you make pineapple gummies better? Cover them in chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. Oh, man. I didn't think they could get any better, but they did. And yeah, now we're in trouble. So just as a reminder, the intent of today, if all scheduling went according to plan and the way that we wanted it to go, we would have been out all day today and would not have made it back here until after dinner time. And then we would have, I don't know if we'd have gone for a night swim, probably would have, but it's about 2:20 in the afternoon right now, and we're gonna be in the pool by 3. But my goal was, again, just to be gone all day today and then have all day in the pool tomorrow. But it's just the way things worked. Again, this is all because of that initial plane cancellation delay that we experienced at the very beginning. It threw our entire schedule out of whack. We tried to rearrange some things, and then those rearrangings didn't work and stuff like that. And now we are switching back to the iPhone, and that's just because we're gonna go down to the pool, and it's easier to use this down at the pool. And it's also better for zooming, and we're gonna scope out the situation with the chairs. It does look like all the chairs are in use, so we're probably not gonna get a chair, at least where we typically go. It does look like just about every chair has something on it.
If you can't find a chair, or you just know that you won't really be spending any time in the chair, there are cubbies at different parts of the pool. There's one by the slides. I believe there's one over by the front pool grotto area. So you can always just put your stuff in there, and hopefully in a little bit, the chair will open up.
And now we're down at the pool. And go figure, there are clouds covering the sun. It was sunny like 15 minutes ago. What?
I don't want to get in.
Neither do I. We only have one chair because the chair situation, again, as we mentioned, hard to come by later in the afternoon. But so basically in the pool we go. After an hour in the pool, we came back up to the room, got changed to go out to dinner. We decided to go over to Monkeypod. We're gonna hopefully catch their happy hour, which is before 5. It's about 4:20 right now. We have had reservations at Monkeypod for like the last 2 days, and we just keep changing the plans and changing the reservation because we either wanted something different or some other plans changed, so we shuffled those plans around. And I just tried to get a reservation for Monkeypod right now, and there was nothing available. So there's a good chance that we miss happy hour, depending on how long the walk-up list is. I'm hoping that if we're at least seated by like 4:55, they'll still give us the happy hour menu. That's my hope anyway, because it's significantly cheaper for happy hour, or as they often call it here in Hawaii, aloha hour. So we just checked in at that desk right over there. Sorry I didn't film getting over here. We were kind of in a rush, as I mentioned, trying to get here as quickly as possible. And it does seem like we got seated right away, actually. And it's 4:32 right now. And they're seating us upstairs, so we get to come upstairs. And they said that somebody is up here waiting for us. So here we are, back at Monkeypod. Oh, we're gonna be seated right here. Yes, this is fine.
Because the music is so loud right now, we won't really be able to speak much during the meal, but we'll give a report afterwards.
Beforehand, though, we will quickly talk about happy hour. It does say happy hour here, but a couple other places we've noticed call it aloha hour. Anyhow, it's from 3:30 to 5 o'clock, and appetizers are half off, except seafood items. pizzas are $14, except for the bourgeoise. I don't know how you pronounce that. So here are their appetizers, and everything here is half off except for the seafood things. So the poke tacos and the cast iron shrimp. And then pizzas down here, what were the pizzas? $14. All the pizzas are $14 except for the fresh lobster one there at the bottom. So we were thinking about getting the Kahlua pork and pineapple one, and then maybe like a margarita, or I don't know about the spiced lamb, but hopefully you can hear me over the music. But $14 for all these pizzas except the bottom one. I just love this restaurant for atmosphere. I love Hawaii for like being completely open. No windows, no doors, open air. The breeze is coming in. It's just gorgeous. If El Cajon, the city where we live in San Diego, didn't go from 40 degrees to 100 degrees, we could have the windows open too.
It definitely rains far less where we live than it does here. We are not this green at all.
So it's not the rain that prevents this from happening, it's just the temperature fluctuations.
However,
mostly.
They must not have sideways rain here like Florida does.
And you guessed it, I ordered a pog. When in Hawaii, must get pog. Here it is. I don't even know how much it costs, I just ordered it. As for food at Monkeypod, we ordered the appetizer garlic truffle oil fries. This comes with Parmesan cheese, whole grain mustard aioli, and Monkeypod ketchup. The aioli and the ketchup being the side items, of course, and it just being basically French fries with some Parmesan cheese on top. And then for our meals, we ordered 3 separate pizzas. First up is the one that we really wanted to try, the Kahlua pork and pineapple, which comes with Kahlua pork, mac nut pesto, roasted pineapple, jalapeno, and green onion. For the boys, we ordered a margarita pizza, which comes with, I'm going to butcher this, camuella tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, and local basil. And then for a second pizza, we ordered the Moroccan spiced lamb sausage, which comes with Big Island goat cheese, tomato, white sauce, and a mint garnish. The fries were so-so. I told Amy that I feel like the truffle fries that are $4 at the Coronado Golf Club are better. But
Back home.
Yeah, back home. But the pizzas,
They were really good.
they were very good. I pulled an Amy. She said, "Which pizza do you like better?" And I said, "They're both different." That's her favorite phrase whenever I ask her to compare something.
They really were, though.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. I mean, we didn't get to try the kids'
We
pizza.
didn't try the margarita.
They devoured that thing.
Yeah.
Like, they ate the whole entire pizza. But all 3 had a different sauce base to them, so I think that's why the flavors were so different. Because the pineapple one had, like, a pesto sauce, and then the lamb one had a white sauce, so...
The lamb one had, like, a very creamy cheese type to it. Like texture to it.
I think it's because of the goat cheese.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was goat cheese. The goat cheese was very good. It was my favorite part of the lamb pizza, but the goat cheese was so overpowering. I really couldn't taste any of the other ingredients. So overall, I feel like I liked the Kahlua pork because it was a nice blend of flavors. And that was my preferred pizza. For all of the pizzas, the dough, the like base that it came on,
Really
the
good.
crust was very good.
Yeah. Well, and they said, I think next to it, that they had special crust and dough that they used for their pizza specifically, and you can tell because they didn't taste like, your regular just pizza crust.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would get, if we had eaten pizza at Ulu Cafe tonight, it would just be like, an ordinary pizza, whereas this, you can tell it was a very good, like, handcrafted pizza.
Amy had floated the idea of just doing pizza at Ulu, and I said if I'm eating pizza, I'm not eating Disney's pizza.
Yeah.
I've never had a Disney pizza that they've actually been able to like do well. I've never have. So we came over here and actually met some viewers in the Aulani gift shop the other day and mentioned we were considering getting this, and they said yes, the Kahlua pork pizza over here at Monkeypod is very good, and I completely agree with them. The rest of this day is probably going to be fairly uneventful. After getting back from Monkeypod and coming to our room, I just really wanted to sit and read a book for a bit because I just love being here with the ambiance, sitting on a balcony and relaxing, right? I mean, that's part of vacation too. Benjamin wanted to go back in the pool still, so Amy took him down to go, I don't know, either to the main pool or the hot tub. She didn't want to get in either, so he can't go around the lazy river because we're not going to let him go by himself. But they went down there, and more than likely I'm just going to stay up here the rest of the night. There's nothing really else going on. I mean, when we come to Hawaii, we schedule things to do, things to enjoy, things to have fun, but we also just want to schedule some downtime because a lot of the time our vacations, especially when we go to Walt Disney World, tend to be all about, you know what it's like going to a Disneyland or Disney World vacation. It's pretty much like fast-paced from sunup to sundown, and coming to Hawaii is like the opposite of that. It's more slower paced and it's relaxing. So while we have scheduled some activities and things, sometimes it's good just to have some downtime. And tonight's one of those nights. Not a whole lot going on after dinner, but that's just the way I like it. Because truthfully, I could just sit here, stand here, stare out and look out over my balcony, and I could do this for an hour and be perfectly content. This resort, this hotel, just amazing. I am going to be counting down the days till we can come back from the moment that we leave. We got one more day here, one more night, I should say, after this. But we are going to be gone a good chunk of tomorrow as well, just because of, like I said, scheduling and things. But look at that sunset. You can see a little bit of the sunset in the background. This is it. This is perfect. And with this beautiful view in the background, this is where I am going to call it a day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. As always, if you have any questions about anything that you've seen in any of our Hawaii videos, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Click the playlist on your screen to check out our previous videos in this series. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.